Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's obviously been a very eventful day for Call of Duty in general, for MW2 Warzone 2 DMZ. Of course, earlier on today, it was announced that Season 2 is officially delayed, but they also confirmed things like Resurgence coming to Warzone 2, a brand new small map. We've got ranked play coming to MW2, lots of gameplay changes for Warzone 2 as well. If you haven't caught that video yet, feel free to go and check that one out. But alongside the announcement of all of that stuff coming out, we also got a brand new sort of mini update live in MW2 and Warzone 2 as well today. So we now have that to cover. I also want to go over a bit of what to expect here in the coming days, as now we have much longer to wait for the actual Season 2 update here. So starting first, let's go over the new mini update now live. So this is just a playlist update for MW2 and Warzone 2. For this, you won't need to download anything fancy. You don't have to go through and copy or anything. It'll just be like the whole update requires restart screen for some of you. You go through that, you're good to go. You'll be able to jump on and play. So new playlist update now live, one that I think a lot of players are going to like. So for Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer, they've now gone through and actually added in, or I should say re-added in, a Shipment 24/7 standalone playlist, and then also a Tier 1 Shipment standalone playlist as well. So if you're going for those camo challenges, if you're going to rank up your guns, get all that stuff knocked out nice and quickly, obviously you got some good options this week, right? That does mean that Shoot House 24/7 is currently removed. I'm sure that one of these days they're bound to add in a Shoot the Ship playlist. Like, it's inevitable at this point, right? It is Thanos, it is coming. So we'll have that to look out for in future weeks. But for this week, we do have Shipment 24/7 in Hardcore, or Tier 1 Shipment 24/7 in there as well. They've also brought back Cyber Attack 2. This one's sort of been an on and off mode. It's been available, I think, in custom games for a bit now, but it is now fully available back as its own dedicated playlist this week. And we've got the CDL Mosh Pit back as well, alongside, of course, all the quick play stuff in there too. So if you want to play, you know, Dom, Hardpoint, TDM, whatever the case may be, you've got those options as well. Then we shift focus to Warzone, and honestly, it's a pretty standard playlist update this week. We do still see the continuation of mini royale trios, which really is a nice change of pace from standard Warzone gameplay. Really been enjoying that. And now that we know that Resurgence is officially confirmed and coming up here in Season 2, Mini Royale is a great place to sort of practice the pacing of what Resurgence could be like, for what it's worth. So if you're trying to prep for Resurgence, Mini Royale, pretty solid place to do that. Then we also have the standard stuff for Battle Royale. We've got quads, trios, duos, and solos going on for at least the next week as well. I mean, that stuff's going to be there pretty much every single week, right? But pretty standard playlist update, but a new update, a new mini update with some changes here nonetheless. Of course, though, now that we have about a month, just under, to wait until Season 2, we're all kind of sit here guessing, you know, what exactly is going to happen now in these next 3.5 weeks. We were all expecting this major update to happen, and now it's pushed back by an additional 2 weeks. So are we going to see any changes? Are we going to see any new updates? The answer to that is yes. Also, just a reminder, if you guys are new to the channel, every single day I got you covered with the latest going on in COD, whether it's news, updates, leaks, tips, you name it, you're gonna find it right here. So if you want to join us on the road to 1 million subscribers and guarantee you're always up to date with Call of Duty, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. Also, if you enjoy this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on this one. We had talked about it a few days back, but PlayStation Game Size did reveal that the 1.13 title update has been added to the PlayStation database, which means it's probably going to be happening in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Now, when this was first initially revealed, it seemed like this could potentially be the update for the Season 2 patch itself, since that was initially planned for February 1st. Obviously, we know that's not the case now, and this update especially now would not be already live on the PlayStation database for an update that's coming all the way on February 15th now, because PlayStation Game Size actually updated this by saying that this is the full game version of 1.12 plus 12 megabytes. So this is not going to be like some crazy, super huge game altering title update, but it's going to be a title update nonetheless, which means it's likely going to include a handful of new patch notes for MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. Also, post-edit Zach here real quick. Hey, hi, how you doing yet again? This 1.13 update, whenever it does end up releasing, is going to be one of those that you're going to have to download. Obviously, it is a full-on title update and not just like a hotfix update, hence why it's available to already be seen on the PlayStation database. So just keep that in mind. This update, whenever it releases, will be one that everyone is going to have to download. And as you can see on our actual patch note list here for Season 1 Reloaded, the last time we had official patch notes here was December 19th. So it's been quite some time since we had any official patch notes. So the 1.13 title update is absolutely going to be changing that and bringing in some new gameplay changes and actually giving us some small updates in the form of that prior to season 2 now, which is definitely good news. Now you might be wondering what exactly could be changing with this update. Don't worry, I got you covered there too. So a lot of the gameplay changes that we can currently expect for Warzone 2 and for MW2 actually stem from the Trello board here. Now we are on the Warzone 2 one here in specific because there are a lot of shared issues between each Trello board, but some of the stuff I want to highlight is some of these issues that have been in the game for months at this point. If we scroll all the way down, the most recent updates that we had actually for this really quick, by the way, were on the 11th where they disabled the restock public event, but you can notice that on some of these updates, on some of these things that they're investigating, they were started on November 16th, folks. That means these have been issues since day one. Now, the purpose of them delaying season 2 was to get the game straight, to get it to work correctly, to get it to function correctly, to eliminate some of these main issues that are, things that have been around for a while. They want to make sure season 2 can launch seamlessly and flawlessly, right? So the play again button disabled because there were issues with it from day one. The after action report being broken from day one. Operator executions not showing up correctly and defaulting to some of the basic ones. Still an issue from day one, even though that one's actually been updated several times there for some reason. The laser attachments for the third person modes. This one primarily relates to obviously multiplayer because third person's been on and off here in Warzone 2, but since December 16th, so since the mid-season update for season 1, that's been disabled, that's been broken. So we have a lot of issues here. The game suspended issue as well, where if you tab out, sometimes you can't matchmake. They actually have confirmed on the Infinity Ward Trello that they have a fix for that coming in the next update. So that's something that'll be happening with this 1.13 title update here in the coming days. We're not exactly sure when this could launch. It could be later tonight with that COD timing IRL. It could be later on this week. It could be early next week. We know for a fact we're going to get a season 2 reveal blog next week as well. So while season 2 is delayed and while today's update was relatively small in the grand scheme of things, we know for a fact that in the coming days we are going to actually see more updates revealed, more updates actually pushed live in game, which is definitely good news. So it's not going to be hopefully another 3 weeks of radio silence on the devs end. We get some communication, we get some in-game updates. We should hopefully be looking pretty good for the launch of season 2. But all that being said, that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. That way you can always guarantee you're up to date with all things going on in the world of Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.